Awesome, awesome. Let's see if I can turn this. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our generational wealth mindset call. I am Bea Burrell, one of the top traders and educators here with Generational Wealth. We are a community of investors helping people live their best life through personal development and learning a proven skill set of trading. So tonight's call is focused on the personal development aspect. We always want to make sure that people know trading is, this community is not just focused on helping you to create, financial wealth. You got to be wealthy on the inside before anything on the outside can manifest. How many of you all know that you have to live from the inside out? Whatever you are internally, whatever you think about is what is a manifestation of who you think you are in your belief level. Okay? Who you think you are and who you in your belief level. Anybody have dreams and goals, any business ideas, non-profits, anything they want to give back to the world, a skill or a gift that they've been excited about to birth, but they haven't had the capital behind it? Some of you guys may need some mentorship. Maybe you guys need some coaches. Guys, that's what we're here for, to help you to develop the mental muscle. See, my weekend and my days have been busy. I left Friday. I drove 7 hours to Canada. It wasn't even for my own personal, own personal endeavors. So some friends of mine was hosting an event. And so I went out there to help them and, try to do some work here and there between and met up with some of the team. But I got back this morning at 2 o'clock in the morning. So on the way back, I stopped by the movies. The movie started at 11 something at night. It finished about 1 something, got home at 2, woke up, and I was headed to the airport. And I was on the way to the airport today. And as I was driving to the airport, I was merging onto the highway, and a gentleman hit my car. And he caught the rear end of my passenger door, which is a blessing. It wasn't on my side, it was on the other side. I mean, I got some soreness on my shoulders, but, I pop ibuprofen, I'll be okay. But I think ultimately, a lot of people would have allowed a situation like that to stop them from carrying on and carrying out their purpose and serving out what it is that they want to do. Guys, the airbags deployed on both sides. I mean, on the whole right side, my frame bit thin. I can talk about it. I can just kind of keep talking about it over and over again. But ultimately, there is no point in I'm not gonna say complaining. There's no purpose in dwelling on something that can't change. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? There's no purpose and there's no manifestation on dwelling on something that cannot bring change, that cannot bring elevation, that cannot bring freedom, none of that. I had an accident. People go through it. Won't be the first, won't be the last, right? But what happens is, I hope it's last, but what happens is people spend so much energy speaking on those things they cannot change. I can only say, thank you, God, for allowing me to walk away. Thank you, God, for keeping me safe. Thank you, God, that it wasn't my side of the door that was smashed in. Thank you for not bending my frame, my bones, right? How many of y'all have seen somebody have an accident, or you've been in an accident and you've seen them walk away? All right, if you've seen them walk away, drop a 1 in the chat box. If you've seen someone have an accident, or you've been in one and you were able to walk away and you were able to survive, clearly you're here, so you survived, drop a 1 in the chat box, right? So then you were able to walk away, okay? In the midst of your situation, where you the person, now don't get me wrong, there are people out there who drive kind of crazy and you will probably just, go off on them. I understand that, especially when it's in that moment you might be in shock and stuff like that. But guys, I literally got the car. The police dropped me off at the Wendy's up the street. Gave me a courtesy ride. I got to the Wendy's. Kiana picked me up. She dropped me off at the airport, and I still managed to come down here to Fort Lauderdale. Okay, I just caught the next flight out. What you guys got to understand is, like I told Tatiana, there is no, for me, that she said, man, I would have stayed home if I was you. And I asked her, what would I say could have led to ruin? Wow. Can't let it ruin your experience. You can't let it ruin your life, because there were learning moments inside the experience. And the first thing is, guys, what are you speaking out of your mouth when life hits you? When I tell you guys, you got to be the one driving yourself. You got to be in the driving seat of your mind. Who are you allowing to drive? Is it you on the passenger side, and you're allowing your boss and your mom and your parents and your sister and your brother and your friends and the haters and the people who speak negativity into your life, are they driving you, or is it that you are driving you? Are you in the seat? Are you making the left turn and God is in the right seat, right? Matter of fact, God need to be steering you, right? But ultimately, are who's in position? So when something does happen, are you the one to run away and cry and dwell, or are you the one to say, this is what life is going to throw at me at different times, and I gotta keep walking, I gotta keep going on, I gotta keep carrying on? So I asked her, I want you guys to answer this question as well. Can somebody give me an answer? Drop in the chat box. You know, she said, I would have stayed home if I was you. Can somebody tell me, knowing that I was able to walk away, I had no bruises, no scratches, I am a little sore, but that's that I get a headache from dealing with people. So that ain't no different. Can somebody tell me, not y'all, certain people, can somebody tell me, if I would have stayed home, what should I have been doing? If I was to say, what would you do if you stayed home? Can somebody tell me that? She say, I would stay home if I was you. Well, what would you do if you stay home? Can somebody drop in the chat box or unmute your line what it is that you would do if you stay home? I want to know what that looks like. If you could stay home, what was you doing? Knowing you got somewhere to be, knowing that you can go pour into somebody else's life, what is it that you're doing? Pity party, right? Nobody has time for pity parties. I love when Les Brown said, I refuse to allow myself to argue, to yell, to whine, to complain. I refuse to allow myself, because every single moment spent on wasteful activity is a moment that I lost. I heard a guy say, when you wake up earlier, you get more life. I had never heard that. When you stay up longer, you get more life, right? So I would have went home and I would have laid in the bed and I would have just sipped some wine and slept. Why? What am I doing? How is that going to get me closer to 50 families? How is it going to get me closer to 7 figures, 8 figures? How is that going to get me closer to helping you guys? We have to continue to push forward through the process. Now, yes, if it was way worse than that, of course, I would be laid up in the hospital. But I'm thankful to God that I'm not. I'm thankful that I was able to walk away. And I think a lot of people would take those experiences lightly. So in that moment, what can we learn? When life hits you, ladies and gentlemen, you have to know what your level of mental muscle is. You have to prepare your mental muscles. So when things happen to you, you don't allow it to delay you. You don't allow it to make you feel like you're stuck. I hate when people use the word stuck. Ain't no such thing as stuck. You've chosen not to do the work. You've chosen not to do the activity. You've chosen to lose momentum. You've chosen not to make the calls, to show up to work. You decided that. You're not stuck. There's no such thing as stuck. It's all a choice. It's all a decision. You decided to stay in a relationship. You decided to smoke the cigarettes. You decided. Now, a lot of people say, what's an addiction? I understand those things, but it's still a choice to make the move. It's still a choice to make those actions, right? So there's one learning experience one thing we can take away is when life knocks you down, what's your level of mental capacity? What's your mental toughness? The world is going through so much depression. The world is going through so much turmoil and so much self-hate because we have not developed who we are internally. We're so busy trying to prove, and we're so busy. Do y'all realize that so many people are trying to impress conformity? So many people are trying to impress being themselves. Let me break that down to you. Vestavia, if you act like every single body else in the world, and I'm so busy trying to act like you, I'm not trying to be nobody. I'm only trying to be just like everybody else because everybody else is just like you. So in the meantime, I'm so busy trying to impress you and trying to impress everybody in the world when we're all the same. We're all the exact same. There is no success in that. There's no growth in that. So what we got to do is focus on the internal, read the 10 pages a day, listen to the audio tapes. And matter of fact, I think I was, who was I talking to? I forgot who I was listening to. I think I was going to put on Les Brown or something on the way to the airport. But you got to stay in gold and saturated in those things. Guys, I know Aaron, y'all don't know Aaron had a big thing happen last month with his house. He had a huge thing, but he wasn't announcing it to the world. Guys, pray, guys, I'm going through this, man. He wasn't, man, woe is me. He said, B, you know what? I just want to let you know what's going on, man. If I go missing for like a day or so, I just want to let you what's going on. That, okay, bro, that's amazing. I'm glad that you are alive, because, guys, y'all don't know what his situation. Look, Tasha Tate, people are going through things, but they still are standing up and still moving forward. There was nothing special about nobody experience. There was nothing special about my accident today. Somebody else on the line has been in an accident and they're still here. Somebody else in the world is having one at the exact same moment. We pray that they're still here. It's not special because we all go through it all. But what makes it special is your mentality and your decision to continue to move forward. So I got into it. They took the car. They took it to the tow place, whatever they did. Look, y'all got this. All right, I got to go. I got to go teach. All right. Then I got to that point and then I arrived. And then we trained. Right? Hold on one second. Then we train. So you have to be able to step up, level up. Stop allowing life to be, we got to start operating as a winner. How many of y'all think of winning in a winning mentality at all times? If you think in a winning mentality at all times, drop a 1 in the chat box. Or do you think in a sometimes mentality, drop a 2? Sometimes I'm a winner. Drop a 1 if you're always thinking as a winner. Drop a 2 if you allow life to hit you sometimes and you be like, man, I think I may be a winner today. A 2, right? Exactly. And if you continue to do those regimens, if you continue to saturate yourself, you continue to listen to the audios, you continue to stay plugged into the culture, you continue to come out to the events, and you do the things that these people who have been knocked down millions of times have told us, then at one point in your life, you'll become a 1. You'll always be winning. Another reason you got to understand that you're always winning, because you got to understand there's a supernatural power that supersedes all the things that we can do here on earth. There's a supernatural power that always is in your corner. So for me, I'm always winning because I know my success. I know my grace. I know everything is not dependent upon me, but it's dependent upon God. So when you know that, you'll know that you're always winning. When you truly believe that, you'll know that. You can be aware of the fact, you can be aware of those things. You can even been through experiences and it wasn't nothing but nobody but a supernatural power to bring you out. But that doesn't deny the fact that you may forget sometimes. You may be like, oh man, I remember that time. That's why you got to make sure you keep that gratitude nearby. That's why you got to always make sure that you understand you got to have reflection. See, a lot of times people don't remember where they came from because they tend to forget because they never do reflecting. Right? They're not visualizing where they've been and where they're going to go. And if they're visualizing on the past, it ain't nothing to do with how they've been brought out of a situation. They're trying to constantly live in the past. They're trying to rewind and redo instead of grow and recreate or create. Create. Stop looking back, rewinding and trying to redo and go grow and create. Because if you grow and create, you don't have to keep looking back. So many people are living the same day over and over again. They don't even recognize this is a new sunset. They don't realize it's a new day on the calendar because they make sure every day looks the same. They make sure every day feels the same. Have y'all ever went through some days in life and today is Tuesday and you already know Wednesday gonna feel like Tuesday? Anybody ever been there before? You already know tomorrow gonna feel like today. You haven't even you don't even notice a such thing as a midnight. It's just rolling over, right? Because what's happened is you have been putting yourself in such a conditioned mentality. There is no gratitude. There's no appreciation. There's no reflection. So when things come and knock you down, they seem to happen all the time. You become what you think about. You become what you think about. That phrase is taken so lightly. Oh, that's just a good cliche. Oh, that's a good quote. I'm going to post it on Instagram and Facebook. You literally become what you think about. Guys, what is y'all number one thought throughout the day? What's your number one thought right now? Some of y'all ADD that kicked in, and y'all thinking about something else. What is your number one thought? You can't get anywhere because you can't focus. Focus is a skill set. And I really believe if you desire something, the skill is not even necessary. I had 100%, 1,000% desire on learning the skill of trading, and focus naturally came. How many of y'all are focused on your financial freedom? Drop some ones in the chat box if you're really focused on your financial freedom. Remember, focus is a skill. I'm not talking about focus as an idea, focus as a good saying. Somebody say, man, I'm focused on watching this TV right now. I'm focused on going to my job. I'm focused on going to school. But are you really focused? Focus means being all in. Focus means being completely dedicated. Focus means knowing what sacrifices you're going to make. Focus means knowing that by all means necessary, this is how to be done and nothing else is going to stop me. That's what focus is. See, a lot of people have misconstrued focus as a generic word. Oh, I'm focused on doing my homework right now. No, are you really? Because when you're focused, nothing can ever pull you away. Nothing can ever distract you. Even a car accident is not going to stop you from flying to the next city. That's being focused. That's being all in. Even my rib hurt and my arm hurt. I'm still here. I'm still focused, right? So if you're focused on your financial freedom, ladies and gentlemen, you have to know that it's already done. And so when you're saying to yourself, man, this may not be a winning day, or maybe this will be a winning day, when you have gratitude and you reflect on where you've been and you already know where you're going, you're always a winner. So for those of you who still are trying to get to what winning and what winning every day feels like, if you know the future is already complete, you've already won. But if you think, or if you hope, if you wish, if you hope and wish and think, or maybe, I think it's gonna happen. They told me to do this work. They told me to study this. I'm gonna try it out. That's hoping. Poor people hope. Poor people wish. But it takes a certain level of desire. When you desire something so strong, you don't have to try to figure out how to focus. You want it bad enough. Well, Will Smith movie, The Pursuit to Happiness, that's desire. That's focus. That's all in. Are you willing to miss a few meals to make sure your subscription is paid? Are you willing to eat some noodles and peanut butter jelly sandwiches to learn this skill set? Are you willing to get an overdraft like B. Burrell to learn this skill set? Are you willing to miss some sleep, some hours of sleep for this skill set? Right? Or are you like, man, I'm gonna give it a try. Let me see how much so-and-so made, maybe let me see how much they made. Maybe I'll try this thing out. Why do you think like that? That is a horrible mentality. I talked to you that. So listen, if you ever have somebody that wants to see your results, that's not the person you want. Because they're going to be forever looking outside of their house instead of looking inside theirs. That's a message. If you're ever dealing with people that are so busy looking outside their own house that they can't fix the sink, they can't fix the toilet and the pitcher and vacuum the house, they don't want to figure out how to fix their house and make it better. They want to desire somebody else's house. Not realizing that maybe on the inside of their house is broken too. So you want to deal with somebody who's willing to build, who's willing to grow. That's the type of people you want to deal with. People who are coming and understanding that this is a skill set. Right? This is a skill set. Marquez, Toys, a lot of us in here who are proof that if you stay committed, your chance is going to come. Your opportunity, if you stay committed and you stay consistent and you do the same thing over and over again, you're going to arrive at your door because your door is already done. The opportunity has been complete for you, right? It's already been complete. Another thing you want to take away that I took away from the accident today was not only mental toughness and being focused, but it was the willpower to move on. It was the willpower to move forward. You got to find that seed. You got to find that power within you to know, you know what, God, thank you so much for this learning experience. but I gotta keep moving on. Are you gonna reach into your ancestors and in the fights and the things that they dealt with? Are you gonna reach for their strength to put you forward? Right? That's the only pullback you need to bring back. That's the only pullback you need to bring back with you is the strength and the vision and the willpower of your ancestors. No matter what descendant you are, you need to make sure you use that pullback to carry you forward because you don't want to give up. I told somebody that this may be very, very raw and cutthroat with y'all. It may scare some of y'all because maybe you're not that spiritually grounded. But I said, Tatiana, don't you realize today that 11 a.m. could have been the stamp on my death certificate? The accident happened at 11 o'clock this morning. Do you realize that could have been the time stamp on my death certificate? But y'all want me to sit around and cry and go home and lay in the bed? About what? I am happy. I'm celebrating. Thank you that that's not the time on my death certificate. Do y'all understand? So when life hits you, suck it up. Get up. If you're following the 21 Days of Growth, if you're reading the books, if you're listening to the audios, some people are some people are already walking dead. They've already put their timestamp on their certificate. Because they stopped what? Having the willpower. They stopped having the desire. They stopped using their focus. They stopped going after what it is that they truly want. And it's not some people's fault. Oftentimes it's the environments and stuff that we grow up in. But at some point, if you're 100% dissatisfied with where you are, and you see that there's opportunity, you see that there's growth, you can never count yourself out. You're always a winner. Never count yourself out. You're always a winner. So have you put a death stamp on your goals? Have you put a time stamp on your vision? Have you put a time stamp on your work ethic and your consistency? How many of y'all have decided at 11 a.m. on May 31st, that's the last day you're going to do something? That's the last day I'm going to be consistent. That's the last day I'm going to read the book. That's the last day I'm going to plug into the team calls. That's the last day I'm going to try this trading thing. That's the last time I'm going to reach out to B because she'll never answer her call. That's the last time I'm going to call Latoya because no, we told you to get into the team chat. We told you to get into the team calls. You got the calendar, you got the schedule. But you decided to go ahead and count yourself out because what? You're not consistent because you don't read the 10 pages. We told you that blueprint is there, but you don't show up because what? Life does happen. Life happened to me, but I'm still here. I'm still on this call. My grandmother passed. I still showed up on the calls. You got to develop the mental muscle, the spiritual foundation, and the willingness and the fight inside of you to go after what it is that you want, ladies and gentlemen. Right? How many of y'all are not going to be here 30 days from now? Let me see who I'm talking to. Put a 2 in the chat box if you're not going to be here 30 days from now inside of learning this skill set. If you're going to quit in 30 days, drop a 2. Let's see who we're talking to. If you're going to quit in 90 days, drop a 2. I'm going to listen to this playback and I'm going to go find who ain't dropping 2s. And I'm going to say, I ain't going to call you out. I'm just going to say, I wish I could have let them borrow some of my consistency. I wish I could have let them borrow some of my discipline. I wish I could have let them borrow my willpower. I wish that for the world, y'all. Y'all don't know that. I wish people could feel how I feel. I love myself. I love God. I love financial freedom. I love helping people. I wish people could feel. I wish people could feel the way that I feel. I don't care what people say about me. I ain't no such thing as critics in my world. There's no such thing. Negative stuff. Ain't no negative feedback. People get mad at me because they be like, man, you so nonchalant. No, I've just learned to just say okay, because I refuse to allow myself to get involved. Guys, y'all will never see me like arguing with nobody. I don't even know how to do it. I feel like that's a skill to argue. I'm like, dang, they be doing all that. You will never see me argue with people. I'll be like this. First of all, it's gonna 2 things will happen. I'm gonna laugh or I'm gonna say okay. It pisses people off when I laugh more. So sometimes it's just because I laugh at people when they get that mad. Because I be like, dang, people really let themselves get that mad. I've been that way since I was a kid. You guys, my mom. My mama used to slap me because I would laugh at her for getting mad because she was gonna whoop me. And I be like, dang, she that mad? I don't know where that came from. But for me, it's like the timestamp can be on your death certificate today. And you want me to argue with you? You want me to give up on this skill set because you think me going back to my job for 50 years is better? You think because you went and get accumulated $300,000 worth of debt and you still only made $60K a year, you're better? No. I decided that this is not freedom. I decided I'm gonna always have an IOU on my head for these student loans. I've had the realization of so many things. So let me go in here and fight for my freedom. This is the platform that's going to help me get there. So maybe it will take 2 years. Maybe it will take 5. But consider the alternative. If people will stop considering time as a factor in how they're going to be committed, maybe they will achieve things. Did nobody drop no 2, so I guess I'll see y'all in 30 days. My birthday May 31st, so that's in 31 days. Let's see. We're going to throw a party. We're going to send everybody an invitation, and if they ain't get it, we know why. Y'all know what I'm saying? And then we got September. We got Dallas. We got September 13th. It's supposed to be 100 y'all there. But who's going to still be here then? I'm just showing y'all. I'm only painting those pictures, guys, because I want y'all to understand the reason people don't succeed in anything in life, whether it's going to the gym every day, whether it's eating a salad every day, whether it's spending time with their children, whether it's just telling a loved one, I love you, whether it's just spending family time once a week and stuff like that. The reason people never get to what they want is simply because they don't make a decision. And because they're not consistent. Right? You don't have the willpower, you don't have the focus, and you're not intentional. Maybe you don't reflect, and you're not reflecting, so you can see that if you were reflecting, you would just take a moment. If you would just take a moment, just sit still, take a moment and reflect on what it is that you wish you want. Wish that you wanted. If you would take time to reflect on what it is that you want, make a plan of action. Where do you want to go? How are you going to get there? Execute it every single day. T said today, she said, V, I just realized this is just like a job. I said, what you mean it's like a job? She said, well, we learn the activity and we just do it over and over again. I said, but the benefits are different. One comes with time. One comes with freedom. One comes with financial freedom. The other comes with, it's like a weed. It grows everywhere. It's taking over everything, right? But you're not gaining anything. So you got to decide, if I'm going to be consistent on this job, let me be grateful. Let me have gratitude. But at the same time, let me know where it is I'm going. Lucretia said, I want to give a shout out to Lucretia and Whitney for, first of all, meeting up over the weekend. They drove 2 hours and 4 hours over the weekend in North Carolina to meet me over the weekend. And I forgot what's going with that. Being consistent. I'm sorry. I just had a whole blow. I just gave a shout out. I'm sorry. But anyway, at the end of the day, we just got to learn to be consistent. We got to learn that whatever it is that we desire, it just requires us to keep saying yes. It's so simple. And when you compare the fact that if you're out here working your heart and you think, man, I wanted to go out this weekend or I wanted to sleep in all day, instead of your friends doing the opposite, they going out and hanging out. Don't compare that as success. Don't feel like that's success, because you got to realize the same reason they won't make the sacrifice is the same reason they're still in the same places they are today. So if you really would sit and reflect and analyze where it is that you're going. Oh, that's where I was going. Lucretia said, B, I'm so happy when I go to work now. She said, I'm so excited. She said, I know this is going to work for me. I just know if I'm consistent, that one day it's going to pay off. She said, no, now I'm happy in knowing that I'm no longer, I have to be here. I'm no longer happy. I'm no longer sad or feeling like, man, what am I going to do? I said, that's exactly how I felt. I said, every single day, I had something to look forward to. So what goals and dreams do you guys have? You got into trading because you wanted something. You wanted to learn a skill set because you wanted something. Use this as a capital to lift you, to elevate you, to take your life to the next level. Yes, we all want to invest and do real estate and all those things, but life is so much bigger than that. That life is so much bigger than that. How many people will you impact? How many people will know your name? How many lives will you change? What type of businesses will you create? Will your businesses create jobs? Right? Will your business impact people, empower people, help people to believe that they can achieve everything else? One thing I like about my old employers is they were always encouraging for you to continue to grow. They say, I don't want you to stay here. I want you to go to the next level in your life. I told T today, I said, you know what? I don't pay to learn how to trade no more. I pay for mentorship. I stopped paying for learning how to trade a long time ago. I pay my subscription so I can stay close to the Davids and the Yvonnes and the Alex Mortons. So I can stay close to all these people that have been through these experiences, because it teaches me that if I say yes every single day, I'm finally going to get what I want at some point. And it may not be the yes it may not be September 13th. It may be May 13th, 2020. But at some points, because I kept saying yes, it's going to show up. Don't get so caught up in the date that you lose your excitement and your enthusiasm. I told y'all, if you already know that you're a winner, you ain't worried about no date, because you know there's a supernatural power that's going to reach down inside of your heart, and it's going to take your heart and take that goal out of the spiritual form and manifest it into the physical form. So while you becoming the person you need to be, if it's September, if it's December, you've manifested and you're declaring it every single day, your vision, your statement. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am this and I am that. And so while you're saying that, you're becoming this type of person that can arrive at the door. See, sometimes we make a decision that's making us go down the wrong street, so you can't come to the door yet. Sometimes you're hanging around the wrong people that's going to take you down the wrong street, so you ain't arrived at your door yet. Sometimes you're not reading the material and listening to the audios and plugging into the calls. Sometimes your own family will be the killer of your desire. I want to give a shout out to Mizzy. Mizzy said, you know, guys, I gotta move. I realize the people around me are leeches. They're just sucking my dreams and stuff. And she literally packed up her stuff and moved. I saw it over the weekend, and she dropped it in the chat. Sometimes you have to make drastic decisions for yourself, because your life requires a drastic change for you to knock on your door and finally arrive. But you'll never arrive if you keep allowing other people to drive you. You got to be in control. And the moment you lose control, ladies and gentlemen, it's no longer you getting to where you want to be. I couldn't lose my car. My car may be out of commission, but I have not lost control. Right? That car can be replaced, but I have not lost control. It's a guy, see down my Instagram, he don't have no legs. He's still in control. He taught himself how to play the drums. He's created a creative way. See, some of y'all are going to allow these excuses and these handicaps and all these things. I can't. My family, this house. Oh, I'm tired of being in this house. Oh, I'm tired of being around it. Oh, I can't be by myself. Oh, this, oh, that. Those are excuses. And the moment you realize that is the moment progress will arrive. Progress will happen, and you will arrive at your door. Oh, I ain't got no Wi-Fi. Go to the library. Go to Dunkin' Donuts. Go to Starbucks. I work all the time. Okay, make it your business to make sure you find the recordings every single day. If I was a person who was working 12 hours a day, I don't care if I can't plug into a Tuesday night call at 9 o'clock. I know the call is going to be dropped in the chat as a recording. Go find it. Man, I can't get on the live training on Sundays. Go find the recording. And if you really, really want to maximize the community, you're going to drop in the chat. Hey, team, can we do a training today at 11 a.m.? That takes courage. That takes courage. Deciding to make the decision to show up every single day towards your success takes courage. And it's really simple. It's either going to be a yes or no. You ask a question. Protect your mind. Protect the people you're around. Separate yourself away from people who are going to drown you and suffocate you. Right? And eliminate the excuses. Because one day you won't be here and one day you're going to be right. And I always tell people, why in the world do you walk around with fear and knowing that stuff, it's like, I don't know, y'all. If you know, I'm sorry to be speaking all about death certificates and stuff today, but if you know that that's a reality, why do you allow that to keep you from your reality? Did that make sense? If you know that's a reality, why do you allow that to keep you from your reality? Your first reality is your dreams and your goals. Get there. Be consistent. Say yes every single day. Show up. Walk away from the accident, from the challenge, whatever's going to knock you down. smile, give gratitude, look up, reflect, thank you, focus. Where am I going? Where was I headed? Okay, that way. That's where I was going. I'm aching a little bit. Oh, I'm hurting. Can you still walk? Can you still talk? Can you still hear? Can you still taste? Can you still see? Can you still jump? Can you still walk? Can you still call? Make a phone call? Yes. Let's continue down this path. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, sir. No. I'm sorry. I'm not interested in. I got one vision. I got to focus on this. I got to keep the blinders on. Oh man, they just made $1,000 a day. No, I can't worry about that. I got to keep the blinders. Oh man, I'm sick. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, okay. Let me chill for an hour. Okay. I'm gonna suck this up. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna be all right soon. All right. Let me keep the blinders on. Let me keep going. Oh man, I hit my toe on the couch. Oh man, let me give myself a second. I'm gonna keep going. Oh man, the playoffs on tonight. Man, let me cut it to you. Oh no, I can't do that. Let me keep my blinders on. Let me keep going. Do y'all see how that still? It just requires a decision. Oh man, hey, where we going at tonight? Oh no, I can't go, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta keep the blinders on. And people are going to one day thank you for showing them what it means to say yes to yourself. I want to thank you for telling me no that night, because it made me realize I haven't said yes to myself in a very long time. When was the last time y'all told yourself yes before? You're so busy giving yourself to others. You're so busy just stretching yourself. The health is taking over you. Finances is taking over you. You're supposed to be that superhero. But when was the last time you said yes to yourself? That's what this is about. And if you say yes to yourself, you'll be able to say yes to so many people who haven't been able to say yes to themselves. And then at some point, they'll be able to emulate the same behavior. Then we can have so many people saying yes. It doesn't have to be something rare anymore. It doesn't have to be something new. People think trading foreign exchange is new. Well, if y'all would say yes, everybody would start realizing it ain't nothing new. But so many people say no because of what? Lack of focus. All these excuses. No calendar, no schedule. I'm so sick and tired of people acting like they can't do the simple things. It's not hard. It's so not hard, because I see people do simple things that earn no reward. It gives them no return at all. So when you walk away from a challenge that's knocked you down, it may have left a bruise, you got to realize, have gratitude in the midst. Find a way to smile and look for the light. Find out where it is. Get back straight. Get your head back in the game and identify where it is that you were going. Get back on the road, and don't allow people to try to open your door and take you out of your driver's seat and drive you to where you don't want to go. Don't sit in the car without a seatbelt fastened and you just enjoying a ride. You just done sat in the car. You didn't even ask where you're going. You got to choose where you're going. And don't make it such a big task and such a big goal. Do everything in increments. Maybe you want to earn residual income. Knock out P150 first. Then knock out P600. Then knock out P1000. Guys, if you focus on the benchmarks, if you focus on the dividers in your book, if you focus on the chapters in your book, it's going to complete the book one day. If you focus on basics, if you focus on technicals, if you focus on IML TV, Christopher Dare, Luke Longmire, and Stevenson Lindor, and you keep flipping those pages over, you keep rereading the chapters, you keep rewatching the videos, you keep going through the 21 days of growth, one day you're going to arrive at your door. But if you drive and you speak the wrong language and you speak the wrong words, you're going to allow the universe to reward what you spoke into existence. If I would have got out of the car, man, stuff always happening to me, man. I just did this and then this just happened. Then guess what? It's going to continue to happen, because it's not you driving you. It's excuses driving you, and it's complaining. And the minute you learn to control yourself, to stay in control, to keep winning, to know that you're winning, you've already won. To know that you've already won, you will arrive. Why do y'all think, so many few people are able to achieve great things? Because Vestavia, they know today, right now, April 30th, if I close my eyes, if I touch the 10,000, if I touch the 50,000, if I touch whatever it is that I want, the house, the freedom. If I could see my mom getting off a plane and she's smiling and she's happy and she's not carrying her luggage, she's smiling, her cheeks, and we're walking to the beach. If I could see my mom when I walk, take her off her job, I can see the steps, I can see the doors, I can smell the building. Getting it, guys, you gotta have visualization. When you see that, and when you, the minute you can see it clear in your head is the minute you believe. If I say, if you want, it's just, so let's say extra thousand a month, can you actually see it in your mind? Like, can you see it? Not like, oh yeah, I see it, but what does the deposit look like? What's the number? What's the transaction number? What time did it hit? What's the email verification? What's the email confirmation? What's your screensaver on your phone? When you make that transaction, you're transferring from your Paylution from the IMS to your Paylution account. What is the credit card numbers on your, guys, you gotta visualize. Oh man, look at that. Look at that trading account. Oh my goodness, look at the lot size on that trade. Oh man, look at my new phone I got with this lot size on this trade. Oh my goodness, look at my balance. Oh my God, I was able to do 10 and out 3 times. I got 30 pips on $100 lot size. I'm making $3,000 a day, $100K a month with trading. At least 15 grand a month. Oh my God, I'm gonna make my first withdrawal. What's that number? What's that number? Oh, what does that look like? You got to visualize. But y'all don't think that, oh, y'all want to make $1,000 a month? Yeah, I want to learn how to trade. Y'all know what a pip is. You've been learning what a pip is for 90 days. When are you going to go to the next level? Right? We've asked you, ask questions, have courage, go all in, be committed. And when you get hit, you get out of that car and you give God the glory. You say, thank you so much that I can walk away, that I can continue to walk in my purpose, that I can continue to serve. Where am I going? Let me arrive at my door. Let me not lose focus. Let me not get off track. Let me study where I need to go. Let me expand my skill. Let me temporarily separate myself from these people who are not going to come to the places that I need to go. Because sometimes God is going to remove you from tables that you need not be sitting at, so He can place you at the right table so you can arrive at your door. But you so busy trying to hang on to this and hang around that person and be that person, and you so busy trying to carry this with you that you can't come to the table that's been waiting for your butt cheeks, because you too busy trying to bring the wrong retracement back. But if you sit and you give thanks and you reflect and you identify where it is you want to go, you stay on track, you get that willpower, and you eliminate excuses, and you stop thinking about you can't be focused, and you stop thinking about you can't, I don't know, I'm trying. Stop using those words, maybe. Stop trying. Say, I've done it. I can. I will. Or it's done. Speak and act as if it already is. I am focused. I'm focused right now. I know what a pip is. I know this. Act as if it is so, ladies and gentlemen. How many of y'all know how to play pretend? Let's go there. Drop a 1 in the chat box if you ever played a game of let's pretend. All right. Drop a 1 in the chat box if you've ever played a game as a kid, as an adult. You've seen the game. Can we play pretend? That's the name of the game. I'll never tell you what we playing pretend doing. Can we play pretend? TT, can we play pretend? How many of y'all ever played pretend before? Right? How many of y'all know what type of activity it requires when you play pretend? Mentally, belief. What type of things did y'all pretend to do? I want to pretend I'm a pilot. I want to pretend I'm a nurse. I want to pretend I'm this. I want to pretend I'm that. So when you play pretend, that's all we're asking you to do. Pretend you're focused and you will be focused. Pretend you're a 6-figure trader and you will become a 6-figure trader, because you're going to pretend by doing the activity and the productivity that's required of you to become that person. If I pretend I'm a fireman, what does that fireman do? So if I do the play pretend every day, pretend ain't nothing but you developing your subconscious mind to create the manifestation in the physical form. I'm going to pretend I retired from my job, because one day it will. Play pretend at home. Tell your kids to make you some certificates. Let's play pretend tonight. Put your kids involved. Get your family involved in your vision. Let's pretend I'm a P1000. Let's pretend I'm a 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure trader. It will manifest. Don't ever stop pretending. It's only faith. The subconscious mind don't know the difference between the truth and the lie. They both are really all. They don't know the difference between a good lie and a bad lie. So if you're pretending to say I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor, I'm a musician, whatever, you're going to go pretend by doing the activities of those type of people so the results can manifest. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? If you caught that, drop some ones. If you didn't, you get it on the next one. So if you pretend to make 100 calls, you'll make 100 calls. If you pretend you're a chairman, B. Burrell, you'll be a chairman. You are a chairman. If you pretend that you've created enough trading income to supplement your job, then it'll happen. Because when you pretend, there are certain formulas and there are certain things that you're supposed to do while you're pretending. So let's say you make $4,000 a month and you're on your job, maybe $2,000 a month on your job. What would you be doing to pretend you're making that? Well, you're going to study every day. You're going to read every day. You're going to plug in the calls every single week. Let's play pretend until we no longer have to. And pretending is nothing but preparation for what you're already, is only preparation for your declaration. Guys, pretend your way to success. I ain't talking about no fries. I ain't talking about con. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm not talking about being out here lying and manipulating folks. That's not what I'm saying. Have so much faith. That's the only thing I'm saying. Your kids have so much faith when they want you to play pretend with them. So that amount of faith that they have, you should bring that over to your life. Can they emulate your thinking and have success? Woo! Can your kids emulate your thinking and have success? Can your kids emulate your thinking and achieve financial freedom? If not your kids, if you ain't got kids, can my sister kids emulate your activity, your productivity, your focus, your consistency, your belief, your desire? Can the children emulate you and become successful? Your health, your finances. Are you so busy leaning on? Some of y'all don't even realize y'all just leaning on people. They're leaning. You don't lean so much, you put a dent in the couch. Y'all ever have people that have their favorite seat? You got a dent in it. You leaning so much, you don't put a dent in the couch. Stop leaning and start being somebody who's creating. Have the willpower, have the focus, and walk away every time you get hit. Don't dwell on it. Have gratitude, have appreciation, and keep remaining consistent. Faith your way to success. Faith. Faith your way to success. If you pretend, and I mean tap into your imagination, visualize, know the smell, know the touch, know the date, know the time, know it. Take two times a day before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. Close your eyes. Just visualize. Relax yourself. What it is that you want. And you're going to tell yourself that so much. You're going to tell yourself that so much is going to come to life. Put your family involved in your imagination. Kids love to play. Maybe you're not around that type of environment. Create that environment. Go to your friend's house. My friends, we used to play. Y'all used to have sleepovers. Let's play house. Let's play church. I'm Beyonce, right? I'm Kelly. Everybody been there? So why did we stop going there? Why did you stop going to your imagination? Why did you stop going to your desires? Why did you stop going to your goals? Because you stopped making a decision. You stopped having an imagination. Why did you stop? So let's reactivate it. Let's get you back. Let's bring you back. Let's pull you out. Let's get you over here. Get out of the matrix, right? Let's get you back. And if you do the same activity over and over again, don't treat it like a job. Treat it like your freedom date it is. It's your freedom date, ladies and gentlemen. And don't focus on the time. Don't be get discouraged. Time is non-existent. Time is non-existent. It's just a bookmark. It's just a bookmark. So y'all can know when y'all need to get up and clock in and leave. It's just a bookmark. But time is truly non-existent. Life is not promised. I dare you to sit here tonight and think about what it is that you want beyond the money. What type of relationships? What type of friendships? What type of food that you're eating? I want you to go into your imagination, and I want you to dive into your curiosity as if you were a child. And I never want you to leave that space. I want you to be consistent as a child. Anybody has some greedy kids? I ain't gonna even say greedy, hungry kids. I want a cookie. 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 I want a. They're gonna ask you until you finally say yes. If you build up your work ethic in the consistency and the imagination of a child, you achieve anything you want, because they don't know the word no, and they don't know what it means to give up, because they're going to keep trying until they get it. So if you dive into your imagination, you dive into consistency, you dive into your belief, you dive into your desires, everything you need for success is there, ladies and gentlemen. The 21 days of growth, the 50 families document, everything is there for you to achieve success. But you got to believe, and you got to desire it, and you got to want it, right? You got to want it. You can't just, yeah, I just got this thing because I saw so-and-so. I just saw this. I said, no, it's never about anybody else but you, who you can become. And once you become that person, you will attract and you'll bring the right people in. You'll help other people. You'll impact lives. I told y'all last week, some people need you to believe for them. They need to believe through you, right? So how many kids? Remember that. If y'all ever be wanting to think about how you're doing, ask yourselves, whoever your mentor is, what would so-and-so say? Will she make the call? Will he make the call? Will he give up? Will he not show? What would Alex do? Alex wouldn't stop. Alex would have showed up today. That's what he would have did. What would Christopher Terry do? He would still show up. But if we was to place your brain on the projector screen, or if we was to make you, if we was to borrow your work ethic, if we was to borrow your focus, if we was to borrow your belief level, if I was to borrow your desire, will I get to my goal? Aaron, will I get to my goal if I borrow your thinking? Larry, will I get to my goal if I borrow your thinking? Huh? Will I get to my goal if I borrow your thinking and your belief level and your work ethic? Will I get to my goal? That's what I need to go. No. And if you guys doubt that, that means you should know what you need to course correct. You should know your weaknesses. And maybe we need to stop using the word weakness. Maybe we should just say less developed. I don't ever want to claim that I'm weak. I want to claim that I'm strong, that I'm growing, that something just needs to be more developed. So maybe we're just underdeveloped. How about that? But ultimately, if we was to switch roles, will I get to my place? Okay, visualize, smell, taste, feel, have the willpower, focus. When life hits you, keep going. Stay in the driver's seat. Don't allow other people to drive you. Don't allow your excuses, your complaining. Don't just be like a leaf in the wind, just flying and rolling and landing anywhere. Going with the flow. Be intentional. Lay the pavement. Lay the pavement. Lay the bricks. Lay the foundation. Be the foundation. All right. I hope you guys got some value tonight. Hopefully they don't kick me out of the pool. I want to go sit in the pool. Anybody get some value tonight? Drop some ones in the chat box. I'm safe. I'm sound. Be focused. Have imagination. Think and faith your way to success. If you quit, then that means you're going to quit on anything else that you do in life. Okay? Don't be a quitter. Quitters always fail. Stay consistent. Stay. And your day will come. All right. And whether you quit or not, you're going to be consistent at either one. You're going to either be consistent at quitting, or you're going to be consistent at winning. It's only one way. And once you know who's in your corner, you always know that you're always a winner. All right. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's our mindset call for tonight. I pray you guys are safe and blessed. Keep winning, keep fighting, stay encouraged. Don't give up. Don't allow people to talk about you. Don't allow people to put you down. Don't give in to the voices. And remember, if you're listening to somebody and you honor, if you think they are impactful onto who you are, and they have such an impact on who you are, look at their life. Would you want to switch roles? Why are you listening to a voice that doesn't have success? And then you got to realize, if you're going to be listening to negative voices, then why are you even emulating the behavior of a negative voice? They shouldn't even be a role model, and they shouldn't be in the list of people that you're listening to. What have they done for you to add value? What have they done for you to lift you up? What have they done for other people? And if you see somebody speaking down, speaking negative, that means they're dealing with their own demons. And you have to be able to have the discernment of that. Don't ever allow people to pour in you and to allow it to leave a stain on your glass. Come on, B. Don't allow people to pour into you and leave a stain on your glass. You should be able to wipe it clean, because you should know who you are, love who you are, know where you're going, be strong, stay persistent, never give up, and consider the alternative. Stay where you're at and do nothing. Right? Or walk around as an empty corpse. That was deep. But anyway, I love you guys. Have a blessed night. Let's go. 50 families.